Yeah, that's gonna be a very, very interesting one. I'm gonna tell you about the pings. Yeah, Sib is on 112 and ARSENY sits on 100, so it's basically like, yeah, 15 milliseconds difference around that. That's a fair matchup, and that should yield a good experience as well. And that, now you know why it's EU West for all the matches. I'd say Sib is one of the players who dropped out of the QPL due to the reformat as well, so let's give him some screen time.
Fight.
Yes.
As he again starts at the heavy room, he does not pick up rail immediately. So he can't look for damage really, and ARSENY is utilizing the speed of the Anarchy perfectly. Speeding by Sib, and Sib had no chance of hitting him. And actually some nice tinkling. And now we see a fight, rocket launch against LG. The orb is taken and a trade, and I think
everybody dies.
For Sib, he like, that's the outcome for Sib he wanted. Or he could.
Oh, but the
how it
rocket
started, and the direct from down below. Sib is hitting those.
Ooh, the rail does connect.
Yeah, but ARSENY just did damage. He probably didn't drop because he only had the railgun and he didn't want to fight railgun against rockets on that heavy platform. And ARSENY deals some damage. Nice tri-bolt. Gets himself the mega before that too. And I'd say split control all over again, just as for the first minute.
Yeah, ARSENY used the inject and the mega health, so he has a lot of overstack on health. Sib, not that much on anything, and he gets railed, but ARSENY jumps down, and they switch places. Sib is walking away with the heavy, but not with his life. He did great damage, though, before dying. So ARSENY is nowhere near the mega health. He does hear the pickup, which is nice. Ooh, he eats 50 damage, but there are some probably items in this area. And we know this room, right? You just stay here, and every time the enemy enters the area, you do a ton of damage. But Sib actually has enough stack to enter it and get the frag on the board.
Yeah, and I mean, we are basically on 2-2 or 0-0, it doesn't matter. Nice rocket from Sib. He re-peeks, hits the rail, and now even an MG shot would have done it, but he is confident in his aim and picks up with another rail shot there.
Yeah, also a nice position
from ARSENY, to be honest. That was significant.
Oh yeah, and those rockets hurt a lot.
Sib wanted to go through that so badly. He dealt so much damage that he kind of maybe got baited in by that. But ARSENY's rockets just kept him in the air in that choke point, and ARSENY's rail is up to par with Sib's as he just hammers him.
Wow.
Oh, and another one. And another kill. Now ARSENY found his stride. And yeah, Anarchy in control is probably one of the most fun things to watch and one of the most shit things to be at the receiving end of. Beautiful rockets again, and Sib almost landed that mid-air, but it should not be.
Yeah, Sib investing a lot of stack of getting that frag on the board, but oh, what? We have a mid-air or rocket combo. Amazing. And Sib just gets his quick frag back. He is out of position for this heavy, but he does have a lot of stack to work with. ARSENY on the up position releases a rail, but still is not that healthy. And yeah, Sib just waits for him to move into his cursor and clicks at the right moment.
Yeah. I like that Sib denied the light armor there as well. Keeping that away from an Anarchy can be the key point alone on a game. If you are a light champion and have no armor, then good night. Or if you have no armor at any champ. And another nice hit. Making sure that Sib's stack will not get any smaller from the LG.
And this is indeed a little bit the problem of playing a light on the map where there are only 2 light shards. Like, oh.
And the spawn force again, and now there's no armor there. ARSENY takes the correct route through the blood tunnel, but he has no stack. Like, nice rocket jump. I really like that Sib used the cheaper rocket jump that you get as a ranger to push his advantage even more. full speed ahead. ARSENY charges into the room and charges into a lot of damage.
ARSENY could slow down a bit and try to get into the heavy rotation, because as a light you really need that against the orb and rocket combo. You just, your stack will completely evaporate if you don't have armor to work with. And I think Sip is already content. He's just now using it as bait. Well, ARSENY did a lot actually before dying. So if he plays his cards right, he can get into the mega health at least. Oh, he even gets a frag.
These rockets. And while Ranger usually is the quarterback, he was definitely there catching that one beautifully. And now, yeah, ARSENY, I mean, he still took a lot of damage, so he's not in full control. And now with that rail hit, Sip has a chance, but the damage from ARSENY was significant. 2 more shots would have done the trick for him there as well, but in the end, Sip gets it, and the heavy is there as a reward. And as a restack, that's a welcome gift.
Yeah, also so calm and collected. Like, he first fell down to get some poverty items and then went for the heavy. So, yeah, great play. And back on this upper position. Ooh, but this time around the orb and shotgun does not do enough damage. ARSENY has his inject ready and the heavy to boot. Let's see if he can attack this mega health.
Oh, the item pickup was the difference maker for Sip. I mean, ARSENY is trying and he's always getting close, but then Sip lives with like 20 to 30 HP, gets a light and gets health bubble up to 100 again, and ARSENY is there like, okay, now I have less stack again. All the damage for nothing, and beautiful damage from Sip. Nice combination. Losing out on the heavy is not too bad as he can connect another light shot, and yeah, ARSENY has not seen any armor. It feels like effective armor because he just died after picking up the heavy, of course, for like 2 or 3 minutes at the moment.
So yeah, when being out of control like that, you need to be doing double the damage. And it's Sip is actually dishing out the better hand, so this is rough for ARSENY. Like on spawn alone, he already has to do 50% more damage than Sip.
Yeah, and it's not like that ARSENY is not getting any lights, don't get me wrong. I mean, you just see him having some armor, but it feels like Sip is getting so much value out of those moments when he denies the lights. So the difference in lights actually is very efficiently used by Sip, which is, I think, the key of his victory so far, because he really makes sure that if ARSENY is not getting the big one, he's at least only getting one of the other lights, and that means he only has 50 armor to work with.
Yeah, and we see what he tries to do, like keep the distance, do the damage from afar, but Sip has the orb in play, so he can just close the distance. This was a special one. Oh, I think it was just a bait. a fake out orb.
Yeah. Fake orb into come to me so I can shoot you with shotgun. That's the play, how the name of the play. And he fumbled the rocket jump, but so does ARSENY. Nobody gets that armor.
What?
In the end, good weapon choice. Debating for the rail. Sip chose the shotgun over it in the end. Gifted him another frag. And nicely rewarded with the mega health too. ARSENY, though, is somewhat in control, but lacking the weapons, and yeah, Sip needs to retreat. He can't really afford to fight for this heavy. Maybe he can drop down and get a rail through the tunnel. Yeah, so but not even that. He's just happy with the timing.
Yeah, ARSENY has the heavy, still has his inject ready. Sip circling around, getting a position for the mega health, and that is a clean pickup. Some exit damage, but it's not much to write home about. Oh, but Sip actually gets melted during the reload of that railgun. Still, he did enough damage before dying. ARSENY can't really plus forward into his next frag. He will have a case now. The mega health is in his court, but yeah, there's only so much time left, and Sip gets another frag and another one.
Yeah, and now it's in the books. There's nothing going to happen in this last 10 seconds. Yeah, there you go. Sip shows why he's a professional. Or officially was a professional, of course, and aspires to become one again.
Yeah, I do think like Ranger is such a strong champion on this map anyway, and especially against the light. Ranger works really well. Because let's see. Yeah, it was actually Sip who banned Stroke and Peeker. ARSENY picked up Anarchy. And Sip picked up Ranger. Yeah, that means we move into Corrupted Keep. Where Sip is playing Sorlak actually. We haven't seen him a long time on Corrupted Keep actually. Against ARSENY, who's playing Galena.
Sorry, has it started yet? Because my game just crashed, so...
Yeah, I've seen we have lost defense, but ARSENY needs a minute, so you might be able to reconnect. Just
yeah, I'm coming in.
Yeah, let us know when you're back in the menu.
I sent Sib a message. Alright, I'm in.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, and we see a meaty head on a very, very mechanical and metally body. 4 sips, salt leg.
That looks so funny.
And we also see a very, very nicely dressed Galena for CK.
Indeed. I'll watch this from the sidelines. Have fun.
Okay.
Thanks
Thank
a
you.
lot. Yeah, defense. I mean, the first map wasn't as close as in the end. I mean, it was close for a long time, but then in the end the score started to deviate. Given the nature of Corrupted Keep, would you like say it's similar to the first game we saw on this map, where they just constantly hunt each other down and finish each other off after a frag?
I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna happen. Yeah, I feel like that's the thing that usually happens on this map. Like Rob also said before, but you never know. We've seen slow matches on this map as well. But yeah, I feel like ARSENY is a pretty they're both players who really like to establish dominance very early. So probably both of them are gonna try and get something done here in the first minute, and we're gonna see.
Yeah, now ARSENY is the one spawning at the heavy, so it doesn't mean he will have no range, but he just runs and runs days on end, so he gets at least that LG, places a totem there, and tries to establish control over that area, and the shotgun shot from ARSENY meant he was in stack advantage, perfectly used, and 71% LG from Sip is not enough.
Definitely not enough, but he does actually equalize the frag right away, but with extremely low HP, and ARSENY will probably be able to catch him here. But both items are up, and Sip knows this, so he's gonna run and pick up heavy, I assume. Maybe he's gonna delay it.
He delays it, yeah, I love it. So he can make sure that he at least can show up at both items. And I think ARSENY's not aware of the timing. Make sure that you're not getting a telefrag. That would be a bummer to lose a frag like this. And ARSENY eats a direct rocket. Sip eats a lot of damage too, so this light is not up, but the Mega is up, and nicely played. Now that delay is benefiting Sip already. I just hope he's not gonna wait for that light, because then he will be too late for the heavy.
Yeah, but look at
And
ARSENY.
he's just lost position already.
Yeah, he steals it now. Alright. Sib is gonna probably die from this situation. Oh, he does survive, actually.
Oh, and ARSENY gets the red room light now as well. Will he, though? Oh, he gets it, but he pays so much stack.
Yeah, the stack saved him there, and but like we see again, there's a chance for Sib to win this back instantly. Both are on extremely low HP, and this could go either way here. The spit comes out. ARSENY is gonna. Oh, he does pick up the health.
Can't go up. Oh, he goes up anyway and runs into the spit again, and this time there is no health bubble around.
Wow.
Oh, if he just stayed down and he wouldn't have died, but going up that bounce pad was his demise, as there was still spit laying around there. Just a tad too early.
A little bit of mistiming maybe coming in from ARSENY. Maybe the nerves coming up, but regardless. Wait, Sib won the first map, right? Because my game crashed. Yeah, okay. So ARSENY is in a position where he needs to get this map to even have a chance, and that was a trade frag right there, and that's good for. I'd say it kind of depends now. So ARSENY is gonna pick up heavy, so he's gonna be having a slight advantage here, but Sib is coming up here with a spit, instantly putting pressure on him, and winning back the situation more or less. He's gonna pick up Mega, and there's gonna be a fight coming in here in Lightroom, but it's not very long. But wow, ARSENY extremely aggressive, I'd say. This is exactly as I predicted. He's a very aggressive player.
Yeah, he brute forced his way to get that lightning gun, but in the end, Sib knew he was there, and then he just rated death, tied up the game. And again, ARSENY super aggressive, rushing to that shotgun. And I guess if Sib was aware of that, ARSENY would have died again there. Like, Sib had all the weapons and so much stack. Denies that light. Next light to come will be the upper one. And Sib knows it. So Sib cycles back there. I love that from Sib, because he's making sure that ARSENY has no armor to work with.
Exactly, and the position that Sib is in right now, he can just play this defensively, but actually he gets fragged after all. Some great LG coming in from ARSENY. Sib had a great chance to establish some great dominance there, but he's now been picked up twice in a row, and he needs to start finding a way into this again. Otherwise, ARSENY can easily run out of this, because the items are not up for another 15 seconds, and whoever picks up the items here is gonna have a great chance of establishing some great dominance on this map. And oh, this is looking grim for Sib. He just can't catch a break. ARSENY jumping around the map here, and he finds him for a third time, I believe. Yes, he does. 7-4. 4 minutes passed, and Heavy is gonna be right in his face. Oh, Sib can't catch it either. Look at this. Sib just can't catch a break.
Yeah. I mean, the aim and the mechanical prowess of these players is insane. Both are still sitting on well above 40% LG accuracy. And now for the first time it feels like Sib has an overwhelming stack advantage. But can he use it? There's no lightning gun on ARSENY, and ARSENY wants that weapon so desperately. Sib is keeping that away from him, but Sib is losing all the armor. 150 damage is coming up from ARSENY's HMG there. Position 1 for Heavy 2, picked it up clean, and no way to run for Sib. Spawn force in the red room, and Sib is standing still.
Sib, yeah, he's, I don't know what's going on. He needs to restart. Oh, is he allowed to do that? If you're teleporting left/right all game. Wow, so there's seems to be some issues here from Sib.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the regulations for that. I'm sure that
me
he knows.
Yeah, probably.
All the players know. I'm not. Yeah.
I think this is gonna be like a thing between them. You know, this is not in the rules, but I think that if they can agree to that, then they'll do it. So they're gonna restart the match. It's gonna be 5. They're gonna play only 5 minutes, I suppose, and it's gonna be 4-9.
Exactly. So they reset at the 5 minutes mark. Minute mark. ARSENY agreed for that. To that rather. And we have. Yeah, like last 5 minutes, we will see it again. ARSENY sits on a 5 frag advantage, and Sib needs to do some work. Like, he really needs to find a way back in, because ARSENY was playing that super good. It was like, I mean, Sib had his good share of control where he denied so many lights and moved ARSENY out of the positions he wanted to be in. But then again, ARSENY managed to get a few frags, and then one was clean all of a sudden, and he just ran away with it.
Yeah, absolutely. And at some point there, he really started establishing that dominance that we've seen so many times on this map. You know, if you can time the items right, and you can start rolling, it's extremely hard for the other player to come back. And yeah, but some professionalism coming out from ARSENY allowing this to happen, because I don't think that he has to agree to that restart. I don't think that there's like, you know, because technically there wasn't any, like, we couldn't see that there were any issues. Yeah, exactly. We couldn't see that there were any issues. It was just Sib saying that, oh, we've got issues. Immediately when ARSENY saw that Sib was standing still, he stopped shooting him. Anyway, 5 minutes is gonna... Absolutely, absolutely. And I like to see that.
So 5 minutes is what's left, as he just said. And yeah, ARSENY is 5 frags in the lead. So another 5 there. Sib spawned heavy, ARSENY spawned mega LG in both players' hands. And now Sib is in the position where ARSENY was earlier. Oh, and this could be dangerous for both of them, as both players are weak. The health bubbles are denied by ARSENY. Good reuse of the rocket launcher, but Sib gets them eventually. And the light, and now he can push in for the heavy. Can he though? Nice rocket, and ARSENY is doing such a great job at using the high ground there. No way for Sib to go. ARSENY gets his 10th frag.
Oh, another suicide coming in from Sib. Oh, -1. That's gonna sting like a... That's gonna sting so bad. And yeah, like you said, ARSENY was using the high ground extremely well. That was like an Obi-Wan Anakin situation right there. Well, I don't know. It's like 4 minutes left. What is it now? 3 to 10, I think. Yeah, 3 to 10. So I don't know, man. This is gonna be... It's gonna be a miracle. It's gonna take a miracle for Sib to come back here.
Yeah, it really does, because ARSENY again is well in control of this one. Somehow that speed hits him, and the totem does not remove the damage over time unless you are below 100 HP. Oh, nice lightning gun there. Completely destroyed. And Sib spawned onto the totem, literally eating the damage of spawn. ARSENY picks up the heavy and makes his way over to the mega.
I can feel the tilt coming in from Sib now. He just can't catch a break, you know, spawning on totems, and just can't really find the rockets that he needs to find, and LG fight coming in. But it's like ARSENY is just constantly stepping on his toes all the time, like just never let him go, you know. As a result, yeah, ARSENY is up. I don't know, what is this now? I can't even... Yeah, it's probably... What happened? Oh, it's GG. Okay, yeah. So Sib just stopped, and then he said GG. Well, understandable. He had no chance of coming back into that. And
it was
the best thing to do... Yeah, 12-3. And the best thing to do for Sib right now is to try and reset mentally and just go into this third map and see what he can do. Because, yeah, in his head, that map didn't happen. But for ARSENY, that's going to be a big motivation boost. I feel like in a best-of-3 series, when the player who wins the second map is obviously gonna have the most
momentum.
The most momentum going into the third. So, yeah.
Yeah.
On stream, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, if you just take the fashion, how dominant he won that, then. Yeah, I mean, he definitely is the one having the flags high for the map number 3, which is actually Ruins, and I forgot the matchup, but it's Visor against Eisen. Oh, I'd favor the Eisen here any day of the week, to be honest. But then again, Razy shows us how good the Visor is on these kinds of maps, so we will see. And I think it's my turn to sit down, so enjoy casting this one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, looking forward to this one. The the first tiebreaker. Sip took the first map quite convincingly. ARSENY the second one. So let's see how it's gonna play out on Runes of Sarnet, which is a much larger map than the other two. We have seen that they're both mechanic heavy players who like to fight. And there's some room to escape the fights on this map. I'm curious how this will play out.
Absolutely, I think this will be a slightly slower map, also because it's 1-to-1, and this map means a lot for both players. Whoever wins it wins the series. So I don't think I'd be surprised if it was as ballsy as the other two maps have been.
I'm on ARSENY to begin with.
Yes.
Yeah, for me it was a bit a confusing start. He pops the vision and sees Sip going to collect the weapons and then to heavy. So he goes for the mega health, deals with Timmy the turret, and has the unholy trinity complete. Yeah, and he heard the portal being taken by Sip, so he has an inkling where he is. Sip will collect the rocket launcher. He's actually taken position onto mega health. Like, he did delay the heavy a bit, so we see his game plan already going into fruition.
Yeah, ballsy from ARSENY to go with the rockets in that situation. He had a rail. I don't know why he kept using the rocket launcher.
Oh, wow! Distance. Great damage output. Like, Sip got both items, but you can't see it on his stack anymore.
No.
Oh, also great rocket. He has to deal with the turret though. So yeah, again, Sip using the 2v1 situation to get... He's still working with full control. Oh, no! He will completely destroy during the reload, but no, he hits everything he needs to hit to get the first track on the board.
The balls on that man to go on the rail on that distance, and Sip was right up in his face and he still kept the rail going. Most players would be tempted to switch to the rocket launcher there, but he kept the rail and it paid off as he is now up 1-0. Sip though comes out. In this situation he's got a little bit more stack. He's sitting on the mega, but ARSENY just picked up heavy and it's pretty much equalized now. And
yeah, I think he lagged out a bit.
Yeah, looked like it. But he's back in action. And yeah, pretty much as we predicted, this is a much slower match. Also because this is a bigger map, like you said. And a lot on stake as well.
Like, if ARSENY isn't hitting that rail, then he's worse for wear. But wow, the aggressive move from Sip is paying out. He does lose out on the heavy, but he gets the frag. Ties it up. He's low though. Oh, and he gets spotted out. Yeah, this will be certainly his death, right? Oh, he can go through the portal.
Oh. He escapes. No, never mind. He knows where he is still. But ARSENY's taking more and more damage, and Sip picks up more and more health bubbles. Now picks up a light as well. And he's pretty much back to the same stack as ARSENY. A couple of nice rockets and
no.
Yeah, it gets it. I can't believe he got out of that.
Neither, but great play by Sip. Like, there's so much room to escape on this map, and especially that portal play. It's just, where did your enemy go? He just disappeared. Yeah, ARSENY will get the mega health. Oh, he used his vision actually. Wow, what the F?
Wow. Couple of nice rails coming out from Sip, establishing some great dominance here with what is it, 6.5 minutes left. And,
but also like how his mind worked, right? He was actually expecting ARSENY to fall down for the upper part to the lower part to the heavy, and as soon as he waited a few seconds and knew that ARSENY did not fall down, he expected him to go through the stairs from the eye. And yeah, the opening damage. Like, Sip already had a rocket on the way before ARSENY went around the corner, and just as he went around the corner, a rocket and a rail in his face, and the rest was history. Nice play from Sip.
Absolutely so, but a couple of nice rails coming in from ARSENY, and I like that he's trusting his rail again, because it's actually really good when he pulls that out. He's gonna pick up Mega, and there's still 6 seconds left until heavy spawn, so he's gonna contest that as well. He's gonna be able to pick that up as well. And this is a dream scenario from ARSENY now to come up, if he can just find Sib. But Sib has the high ground. Ooh, a nice rocket jump up though, and as a result, ARSENY takes a lot of damage and all of his stack is gone. Actually, Sib comes winning out of that situation by a long shot. Ooh, the rails are though coming in from ARSENY. If he hits this... Wow, he does get fragged in the end by Sib. I really thought Sib has literally 1 HP. 1 HP. That's unlucky from ARSENY.
True.
1 HP. Yeah, that's how this game can be.
Oh, Sib is hitting like a truck right now. Wow, he's so playing with his life, but it's also, yeah, ARSENY is not sealing the deal.
And I don't think ARSENY understood how low Sib was in all of those situations, but I think that's the best thing, because if he knew, then he would be pulling the hair out of his head, honestly, because it's been so close. This could have been 3-3 now. It could have been 4-3 in favor of ARSENY, but he's not been able to. He's had a couple of good rails, and then Sib has been down to extremely low HP, but he can't catch the last one, and then for some way Sib has managed to equalize. So yeah, Sib is in great control right now. He's
Yeah, and now really the largeness of this map plays in his favor. He can just plus backwards as soon as he gets into an unfavorable position. And he's already greatly in the lead, so that is also why you can take a little bit more risk in those fights. Well, ARSENY just really has to force the issue.
4 minutes left. ARSENY needs to find a frag now. If he doesn't find it now, this is going to be a very, very tall order for him to pull this off. Yeah, like you said, Sib is now just playing base style, just plus back and just railing from a distance, trying to bleed out the items, which is exactly what he's doing. He pops the duel with here. Oh, actually ballsy to go for this play. He doesn't really have to do that, but he does it anyway, and finishes him off with a nice rocket. I think that's actually, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna call the game yet, but I would be extremely surprised if ARSENY picked this up. But as I say, he does pick up his second frag, but takes some extra damage from that Timmy. And he's down very low right now. There's no item to pick up. Well, now there is 2-1, and he picks up that one. So yeah, what do you think, Rob? Is this doable?
Yeah, he does have like one thing in his favor. There's a split on the item, so they will probably retreat to their own item for the next rotation, and the same as we saw this rotation. But he has to press the gas right now.
Wow, nice.
And I do think like he has visor, right? So that is a great tool to discover your opponent in such a big map. But the frags needs to be cleaner than this one.
Yeah, and the visor, his ability is not up for another 20 seconds. And those seconds are extremely valuable. Oh, he does pick up. Sib is playing extremely aggressive, honestly. He wants to contest these items, but it might actually cost him if ARSENY keeps hitting these rockets.
Yeah, Sib will collect the lightning gun and the rail gun. ARSENY has the vision. Oh, and he actually gets a great damage output on Sib, but Sib returns a rail. So ARSENY, yeah, will have to get the mega health before the next fight. But Sib is on death's door.
Yeah, but ARSENY needs to get this frag. Sib is so low. He can't let him get away with this. You know, he should know that he's very, very low. There's nothing to pick up as of yet. Mega is not up for another 16 seconds. And Sib basically has nothing to pick up. So this is ARSENY's chance to make this 5. Hits this rail maybe? No, he misses it. He might. Yes, he hits the second one.
Nice.
65. Great chance right now for him to come back. I did not believe this. It was 6-1 with like...
Oh, Sib is falling down. Oh, but it's actually Timmy who assists him. So ARSENY gets distracted, but no, Sib, what are you doing? You're just falling down.
Right?
Oh, 1 minute left, and ARSENY is looking like a healthy boy. The Mega Health is 9 seconds away. And Sip does not really have a lot of weapons to fight with.
No. And the momentum ARSENY is gonna have right now is insane. He's just made a comeback with 5 frags in like 3 minutes, and he knows exactly where Sib is. No, he doesn't. Whoa, rails being exchanged, but Sib just can't hit them. And now it's pretty much equal here. Oh, another one missed. That would have been Sib's way out of this match. But now it can still go either way.
Oh, great
look at
deployment of Timmy the Turret. Like, ARSENY is locked up and has to deal with 2 enemies at one. Oh, he hits both, right? It was a double whammy, but Sip is quick to stack back up, and he has the Mega Health. And no, ARSENY, this is not the place to be.
He gets hit. Sip takes that in the end.
Wow.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I feel like Sip was being really aggressive. I don't know much about Quake, but I feel like that was rough, man. I mean, ARSENY just came back. Sip gave him a lot of chances, honestly, but he did collect his nerves and take that in the last. He took that in the last in like 2 seconds left. So yeah, he takes the series 2-1.
So, yeah, actually, you would say the last minute Sip lost the match, but then in the last few seconds, it's ARSENY who was the loser in the end.
Yeah,
unfortunate.
That's got a sting from ARSENY, honestly, because, you know, it's 6-1 with like half the match left. You come back, you play insanely good, and then you lose it with 2 seconds left.
So
yeah, incredible.